Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to do a couple features on Zoom. I'm going to show you how to make breakout rooms, and I'm going to show you how to make it so whenever you share your screen, currently if you hit share screen, all the kids are going to be able to share on top of you or draw on top of it, and they'll be able to request control. I don't know how to make it so Dean stops misbehaving though. Okay. So first thing I'll show you is how to make it so you can add breakout rooms. Both these are going to be in the same spot. You're going to have to change your settings. So I'm going to go over to my Zoom here, and I'm going to pick this gear settings. And I'm going to pick view more settings. There are some interesting settings here, but under view more settings, it will pop up and bring you to the browser. And it will ask you to sign in. You'll just sign in with your school account. And I'm going to close this out of the way. You probably won't have a Zoom meeting going on at the same time, but I'm going to go to the in-meeting basic training here. And there's plenty of options to pick from. If you wanted to turn off private chat so kids can't pass notes, you could click here. But if I keep scrolling down here, I want to say who can screen share? Only me. That'll make it so the kids can't share on top of you. IT has this clicked already, but if you wanted to make it so kids could share their screen, you would click here. Probably don't want to do that. Another thing here is annotation. This allows me to write, but by default, this is not clicked. I want to click the only allow the user who is sharing to annotate. So with my previous setting, only I can annotate, only I can share, and only I can annotate. Also, if you click here, this allows you the whiteboard, but my settings make it so nobody else could draw on the whiteboard besides me. I also turned this off here. When I was playing around, some of my students were requesting control, and you can continue to request control over them over and over and over again, and it would be very disruptive to your lesson. So if you just turn this off, we never want them to take control over our computer anyway, so just turn this off and they won't even be able to request control. And if I scroll down a little bit further, you'll see breakout rooms. I turn this on so that I can split my students up into small groups, and I can easily bounce back and forth between them to see how they're doing. So this allows me to assign them into breakout rooms. I can do it manually, or I can have the Zoom do it randomly. Now that I'm in the meeting, let's see here. If I click on participants, I can, oh, Mr. Orlando's in here. That's not actually Mr. Orlando, it's someone pretending to be him. But I can mute anyone, and if I mute them, they can unmute themselves. But if I turn their video off, I can, let's see, stop video. If I stop the video, it will stop their video and they won't be able to share their video anymore unless I click on here and I ask him to start his video again. Okay, so they can all unmute themselves, but they can't, they can all unmute themselves, but they cannot turn their video back on unless I allow them to. One last thing here, if I put them in the waiting room, they cannot get back in the room unless they ask to be back in the back in the actual classroom. Now I'm going to show you how to do breakout rooms. As you can see here, they are able to change their names on the fly, which could be a bit of an issue. But I don't know how to fix that problem. But if I click on breakout rooms here, I can say that I want to make, I have 2 breakout rooms right now. When it first popped up initially, it said how many rooms do I want to add. You can pick how many rooms you want to add. So I can say I'm going to move these people to these different rooms. I can say, let's move him to breakout room, or Jen to breakout room 3. And if I wanted to, I could exchange Dean with Voldemort, and now I get to make my rooms. You can also have it you can also have it assign rooms for you. Oh, and I accidentally deleted Jen by doing that. But when I click this, open all rooms, let's assign Jen to breakout room 1. They have a notification saying that they're joining their breakout rooms, and I can click join this room or join this room. So if I want to see on how breakout room 2 is doing, I'm now in the breakout room, and I can just as easily join breakout room 1 to see how they're doing. And it's warning me that I'm muted. I'm muted so that they don't have to hear all this while I'm explaining how to do it. So it's just nice to be able to switch back and forth between breakout rooms. I can also close the breakout rooms, and this says that they have a timer of 60 seconds. They were all given prompts that they are now leaving the breakout room and joining the actual classroom. This will return everyone to the main session. So it's a quick and easy way to share that. So hopefully this was helpful. As you can see, I don't know how to make it so their names are their actual names. So that is a potential issue if the kids are turning their cameras off and working through chat. But hopefully that was helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me.